3, 2, 1.
You are listening to Latino Living,
Is it recording right?
a podcast about the life of Latinos in Natchitoches, Louisiana. Este podcast es parte de HSJA and NSU. During each episode, we will share with you una historia about Hispanic living in this corner of Louisiana.
I am Alison Flores, your editor.
I am Isabel Juarez, your assistant producer.
I am Naydu Daza Maya, your host.
I'm Lia Portillo, your producer.
And this is Latino Living,
Un podcast para todos. Hola, bienvenidos. Welcome back to Latino Living. I'm Lia Portillo and I'm your host, and this is
Isabel Juarez, and I will be your new host from now on.
So, I know you're used to seeing me and Naydu talk and host Latino Living together for this season, but Naydu has graduated. So, while we miss her very much, the podcast will continue.
Yes. And today's episode is going to be about La Carrera, or the career. And this episode is going to be focused on college students struggling or not struggling to find life after graduating college.
So, ironically, we chose Naydu to sort of take us through the process. Naydu graduated NSU December 2023 and is now working at KSLA. And so with her experience, we're going to be able to explore what it's like to go from your career, from college to career. In Spanish, la carrera, or the career, also has a different meaning, which means the race. So I think when we chose this episode and we chose to title it La Carrera, it was kind of ironic to see and to sort of explore if the career or the race starts or ends after college.
Before we get back to Naydu, let's establish some background information with Sarah Bark Culture.
So I think NSU helps our students by we're constantly evolving and changing our processes and strategies to try to keep up with the demands for our students, but we're also having more employers come and visit, and I think that helps you guys too when we're able to bring professionals where you are.
Following these steps and keeping these mistakes in mind are important, especially as a college student now, because they're going to make your transition a lot better to adult life.
Yeah, and I think it's really important for us to just be open and be involved in the community in general, because that's what college is about. So if you do it in college and you get to experience it and make mistakes now, then you're likely not to make those mistakes whenever you go into the real world and you are in a career. Because realistically, I don't think I'm gonna win an award for whatever writing or whatever that I do right away. But if I start by choosing a career and being open to that job, whatever that job is, and it might not be the perfect job that I want to, but if I'm open to doing that and trying that and meet new people, then I can have the opportunity to reach my goal and reach my success.
Mm-hmm. And I think that keeping all these advices and obviously getting involved in the community and participating in these fairs, job fairs, is very important, because at the end of the day, this is what you're coming to college for, to have a career and establish a career and actually be successful in it.
I think oftentimes students like us, we think that these fairs are not important because we're not going to graduate yet, but just networking is always fun, because you never know whenever you're going to need that phone number or you're going to need someone that's a lawyer. So even though you're not going to work for them as a lawyer, it's good to have that contact just hidden away that you can go back to. We know it's really anxious and scary to think about the future and what our careers will be, but it's really important not to restrain yourself too much and let those mistakes that you make get to you. That is why Sarah is giving us some advice, unos consejos on how we can cope with that stress.
I think early career mistakes, that could be So that could be something so simple. I think it could be as simple as maybe not being so open-minded, like when you're applying for jobs or when you accept that first job. Give yourself some time to adjust to your new routine. And I also recommend like getting involved like in your community, or even if you move away, but also getting involved in your companies.
Naydu Daza Maya, KSLA News 12.
Hola a todos, we're back to Latino Living, but this time is a little bit different. Today we're here at KSLA News 12 in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Estamos orgullosas of our friend Naydu because at the end of the 4 years that she spent here in college, she was able to land on one of her dream jobs, and she was able to transition smoothly, even though it was hard and difficult for her to do so.
Naydu was really worried about getting a job that she genuinely wanted to be in. And now that she's at KSLA, she seems the happiest that we've ever seen her. In school, she was always doing something, but now she really gets to do something that she's really passionate about. So let's hear a little bit more about how Naydu has been doing at KSLA.
I say that what made me, realize that I have made the right choice in my, career was whenever I started working and I got to see all the amazing people I get to work with every single day. It's really good when you know that your coworkers are people that you're gonna be learning from a lot, people that you're gonna be, spending your days with, and that plays a big role whether you're gonna enjoy your job or not. So here I have had so much fun already. Everyone has welcomed me with open arms, and I think that has been like the most important part. Once you transition from college to work life, they have made it so much easier than I thought it would be.
So even though this wasn't Naydu's first time leaving a home, it was very different because the first time that she did leave Colombia, she was with people that she went to high school with. So she was able to have that same community at NSU. So when she left for Shreveport at KSLA, I was scared that she might feel alone, but I don't think she does. Do you think so?
No, I think she's transitioned very well into her new job because she found people that she could relate to, or people that, spoke her same language, like Spanish. So that allowed her to feel more comfortable and familiar with her work environment.
But let's let her tell us a little bit more.
It doesn't feel scary because a lot of people have made me feel happy about it, embracing my culture. I have one of my coworkers who speaks Spanish, so that has been amazing because I get to, talk in Spanish a little bit during my workday. So that is cool. And then my other coworker who is Hispanic too. So I guess it would be scarier if no one, spoke Spanish or no one knew about the culture. I would be in a whole different place. But I feel like Louisiana is slowly getting more and more Hispanics.
So for me coming to NSU, it was obviously really hard to transition from my home to here, and it was very important for me to find people that I could relate to, or that I could at least speak Spanish to, since I wasn't back home with my parents. So this is when I joined HSJA, and it has been the best decision I could have made.
Yeah, I think this podcast also allows us to have these conversations and learn a little bit more about each other.
And connect with your roots.
I miss this. I miss working with my friends. I miss my professors. I miss everyone, my roommates. I don't live with my roommates anymore. So I guess the environment, all the people that you get to know along the way, it's good growing. It's good, going to other places and growing, being different, changing your day life. But you never forget the people that were with you whenever you just got here.
So I think looking at Naydu and looking at where she's at right now, the question that's still in my mind is, did she finish her race? ¿Qué piensas, Isa?
Yo creo que I think her career ended. Como estudiante, sí. But as a professional, I think it just began, and I know that she has a lot of more learning to do, because obviously learning never ends, even if you do graduate college. And so I think her career life just started, so I don't think it was a complete stop. I think it was a new beginning.
Which is all of this to say, and the whole reason that we wanted to do this podcast is that even though you feel like you have to finish college right now, that you have to do this and you have to do that so that you can have the perfect career, it's okay to enjoy it and to pace yourself so that you're not overdoing this race and doing it twice whenever you get to the career, and actually enjoy the little moments that life has to give.
But at the end of the day, you're also never going to have this time back, and you're never going to be this young. So why not enjoy it, but also keeping, your future life in mind.
Lo más importante that you should remember about this episode is that you can always start your race whenever you want. And one of the ways that you can start is by joining groups like HSJA. I think that I can speak for Isa and I whenever I say that HSJA has really helped us grow and has helped us find our familia.
For me, it personally has helped me because I can relate to a lot more people now, and I can talk to people in my own language, which is very nice because we can keep practicing our native tongue.
I'm really happy that we get to connect and talk in Spanish so we can practice nuestro idioma and keep it alive. This was our episode, La Carrera, and this is the last of our season. So we're really sad to see Naydu go and have her, but she's not gone entirely. We're still friends with her and we still see her all the time. So we're very happy to move and carry this podcast over, and you should be happy to see me and Isa in the next episodes.
Don't forget to follow us on Spotify, Instagram, and YouTube, and browse around our old episodes and some of our new episodes.
And as Naydu would always say, this is Latino Living, un podcast para todos. Ciao!
Adios!
Yeah.
Porque yo pensé que nos estaba mostrando algo.
Sí, we can use this.
What did she say?
O sea, pero no mira la cámara.
Latino Living.
Latino Living, I say it.
And as Naydu would always say, this is Latino Living, un podcast para todos.
Put this then to me.
The intro is very best. Like I mentioned.
God.
Let's do it one more time just to make sure.
Are you serious?
Y en serio, porque nadie quiere estar aquí.
You see, Honduras as an international student to the U.S. at NSU.
Marica. I don't know if I explained it that good, but. ¿Cómo se me ve el cabello?
We already said that at the beginning, huh? How to prepare,
Okay, overall, unimportant. Also,
but also when.
at the end of the day, Okay. But at the end of the day, it's normal. And one of the many ways that you can enjoy your college life or your college experience is joining groups like our group HSGA
But I want to do the
and find a
fun.
bond. You want to do the what?
Like, ¿sabes qué? ¿Sabes qué?
¿Quieren saber cuál es? Join HSGA.